from Solid Quest. Today I'm here to talk to you about this little game, Friday. So Friday, you've seen the playthrough, now you want to know my impressions are. So first of all, well, Friday is a deck builder for those of you who didn't watch the playthrough. So this is a deck builder. It's a pretty classic deck builder, a pretty classic solo game as well. I mean, if you're a solo gamer, you probably have heard about Friday already. So it is a deck builder where you are trying to rescue or help Robinson Crusoe survive in this island. I've had the game for quite a while. I had it stored away, and I recently took it out of the shelves to do a little training playthroughs so I could learn the game again, try to train a little bit for the playthrough. That didn't go so well, as you guys have seen. And if I were to make a impressions video before my latest games for training to the playthrough, I think I would have had a much better opinion about Friday, which is kind of weird to say, because I do like Friday, and I've always liked Friday. But as I played more and more, because I did quite a few games before I filmed the playthrough, and as I played more and more, the game kind of grew stale for me, to be honest, which I wasn't actually expecting. And many people might actually disagree, but that was kind of my impression. I still like it, but it's a game that I think I will be playing with some moderation in the future. So not doing many playthroughs in a row, maybe doing 2-3 games tops, and then kind of storing it on the shelves and taking it out again later on after playing some games in between. So that's, I guess, my biggest gripe with Friday is kind of the replayability, because although the engine is great, 2 games you'll play 2-3 games and they won't be alike. To be honest, you're using the same cards. I mean, you're starting with that same deck all the time, but the game, I assure you, they will be very different. Because you will be presented with different choices with the hazards. Even the pirates themselves will be different. A few might make you, a few might make you want to have a big deck. Others might want to push you into having like a very slim deck. Others will push you to get cards that draw more cards. So the pirates themselves are cool. Their differences are pretty cool, and they kind of lead you into a few different directions when building your deck, which is nice. It adds that replayability to the game. But still, even with that added, I think, I don't know, it's really a personal opinion, but I kind of grew a bit tired after all those games. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't after 1 or 2. I played quite a few. I can't tell you, maybe like 10 or something. So yeah, that's normal. And if I play some other game 10 games in a row, which I never do, to be honest. Well, actually, there is a game that I kind of played 10 games in a row, and I would be fine with playing some more. But later on, I will tell you which one it is when it comes up in the channel. But yeah, this one, it didn't happen. But still, I mean, it is a good game nonetheless, and my impressions are positive. So that's just my biggest gripe, and I just wanted to put it out there. What my biggest concern was, and that is, replayability. I think it's a game to be played with moderation, but a good game to be played with moderation. That said, I mean, what else can I say about Friday? I mean, it is a traditional deck builder. The game's engine is really great. I mean, you look at the cards, and they have such a simple layout, such simple artwork. But the game itself, I mean, and they don't have that many texts. I mean, the hazards, yeah, sure, the cards can be a little bit busy on the visual side because you have quite a few numbers here. Yeah, sure, they can be a bit busy, but the game isn't complicated at all. I mean, it's pretty simple to play. Your decisions, though, aren't that simple. I think it is a great in between a great middle term, let's put it that way, between complex decisions but simple gameplay and simple aesthetics, because the aesthetics will pull everyone in because it's really simple. It's simple aesthetics, but your decisions, they are heavy, and although you might not realize, every single decision is really important in this game, because just let's say 3 minor changes that you do in your decisions can totally be the difference between winning or losing. It is that deep of a game, to be honest. And if you look at it at the first time, it certainly doesn't look like it is that deep, but it is, and your choices really do matter. That is, for some people that might be amazing. I mean, it's a super game, super deep game that you can really put your brains into and try to figure out and do the math and be amazing at. But if you're just playing it for fun, over and over and over again, some of those choices you might be oblivious to some of those detailed choices. I gotta be honest, I'm not an expert at Friday. I don't win half of my games. I mean, I've won like what? I would say 15 to 20%, a number in between, maybe closer to 20. I don't know, something in between. So yeah, I'm totally not an expert on Friday. But one of the feelings I have when I lose, I'm good. I have fun. It's all fine. It's strange because it's when I win that I keep. I think to myself, okay, cool, I won. So what did I learn this game? What will help me win next time? And to be honest, I look at my choices, and I've made pretty much the same choices I always do. I mean, sometimes, yeah, sure, I can take a bit more risk on some games, be more risky, and that might not pay out in the end. Sure, that's my bad. But those risks, those risky moves, I can easily point them out and identify them and say, okay, I risked here. I took a risk, and that's really took a toll on my HP or on some of my cards. Gave me an extra aging card I didn't need. So that's something I can specify and point out. Other choices, not so much. So if it's a game I don't take any risks and I just keep doing what I think are the best choices, and I end up losing, and then I do another game very similar and then I end up winning, I'm kind of like scratching my head saying, so what was the choice that made a difference here? And that has happened. That's the only reason I'm pointing it out. So yeah, I mean, if you dissect the playthrough, I mean, there's clearly some mistakes I made, or might not be some, it might be quite a few. For example, if I look back at it, clearly I kept too many of those, what are they called? Those focused cards, the one value fight card that you have at the start. Yeah, I kept a lot of these in the deck. I didn't discard them, and they kept popping up. And I mean, if it was a one card with an ability that could come in handy, yeah, then that's fine. Sure, keep them on the deck. But if not, don't keep these focused. I think that kind of cost me on this playthrough. So yeah, it was a learning experience. Okay, it's kind of hard to be filming and playing at the same time, especially in a game like this, because you have to make the decisions right there on the spot. There's a lot of them. So yeah, those were a few bit of bad calls on my part. Yeah, you can clearly point the finger at me and say, "Oh no, you did that wrong." I agree, but still, moving on. But that's me. I'm not a big analyst guy, not a maths guy. So maybe some people play and they can totally figure out. Yeah, this was clearly. I mean, I had these two hazards, and yeah, if I chose this, I would have lost, and this one I won. I don't think one choice would have made a difference still. But yeah, it is a game where I think it's hard to pinpoint, because maybe I'm not being clear here. So there's the choices. All of the choices have such impact, even the small ones. Choosing which hazard has such a big impact that although the choice itself is not super complicated, I mean, you're choosing between two cards, and for you are clearly choosing, well, I want the bigger card, or I want to take the lower risk. You'll play one of those two playstyles. I've tried both, to be honest. I've lost and won with both. But the thing is, when you lose, and there's a lot of games where you will lose. Well, at least I lost. That the game was pretty normal. I didn't took any risks. I just lost. Some games I lost. I got to the pirates and lost in that fight, which is awesome, by the way. That is a great part of the game. But we'll get to that later. But in some other games, I didn't even make it to the pirates. And yeah, the choices were not the same, but they were based on the same idea. So that's a bit of a gripe I have with the game as well, which is I'm not sure. Sometimes it's weird to say this, but sometimes I'm not really sure why did I win. I made the same choices. Why did I win this game? It was something minor that I can't pinpoint, and that kind of frustrates me. But yeah, again, that is me. Maybe you can clearly pinpoint your decisions and have a huge success while playing the game, have much higher win statistics than I do. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. And I'm kind of, yeah, it seems like I don't like the game, but I do. I do like the game. It's really really fun. I mean, it's such a good game in such a small box. I mean, look at this. The box this size, and it is really a good game that has a lot of thought put into it. Like I said, to have such deep choices in a game that really matter, you gotta have a lot of thought put into this. And yeah, although it's a small box, it can leave a big footprint. So I guess you saw that in the playthrough, the fight against the pirates. That was truly chaotic, as a fight should be. But that was chaos on the on the tabletop, and that's kind of by my bad because I wasn't very organized during the playthrough. But still, I mean, it can get a bit crazy fighting those pirates. Although that's also appealing to me because you get to use pretty much almost all of your cards. You keep using cards from the deck, cards you amassed, and that is great. That is fun. It's a really fun fight. I love fighting the pirates. So it's kind of frustrating for me when I'm playing the game and I don't even get to the pirates. It's kind of a bummer, but hey, it's a reason to just put it on the table and play it again. Although, yeah, be sure not to do it 10 times in a row like I did, because you might get a bit fatigued. But oh well, that's life. Well, apart from that, I mean, that's the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is fine. It's good. It's deep. Just a bit. I got a bit of fatigue from it, but that's really a personal taste, I guess. Maybe some people will love to get really into it and try to figure out the gears of the game and really get good at it and try to win. Well, kind of like half of the time. I think half of the time would be good. But yeah, I've only played this at the level 1 difficulty, which we played in the video. Removing the aging card, very stupid. So I haven't really gone too deep into the other difficulties. Although, yeah, I don't really know why, because I've won like those 15 to 20% of the times. I won at that level, and I really haven't gone into the other one. I guess I was trying to figure out the game a little bit better before going further, but like I said, I haven't figured it out yet, even though I played 10 times in a row. So yeah, that's probably my bad, not the game's bad. Apart from that, yeah, it's a great game. I think, if you're a solo gamer, I mean, it's a small box. It won't take too much space on your shelves, so if space is a problem, I think this game won't really increase that problem very much. It's a cheap game as well, so in terms of wallet, it's not a huge problem as well. Very cheap. It has that plus that you can take it on a travel. You can take it to the beach. You can take it on a plane. Although you have to be careful on those pirate fights and be very organized, or else it will ramp up in size, the size of the space you need to use. But apart from that, I think it's a classic that every solo gamer should own, or at least try. You should try, because it really is a great classic deck builder, and it gets a thumbs up, to be honest. Not a too super thumbs up, but sure, a thumbs up for sure. That was Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos for Friday, if you want to see me try like other difficulty levels or something similar, hey, give me a shout out. Yeah, I'll look into it, and maybe if enough people want to see a bit more of Friday, I'll be sure to offer you what you want and give you some playthroughs. Okay, so that was it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. If you didn't, please check it out. I hope it's entertaining, and I hope at least it can mirror a bit of what I said and help you understand kind of my opinions on it, the good and the bad. And yeah, that was it. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.